Have you ever wondered about the smallest creatures on our planet? This question opens up a world often unseen but brimming with life. Our journey begins with the fascinating fairyflies, tiny parasitic wasps that barely reach 0.2 of a millimeter in length. Then, we will explore the world of the dwarf ants, found in parts of Africa and Asia, measuring a mere 1.5 millimeters. We'll also introduce you to the fruit flies, a common sight in scientific research, measuring around 3 millimeters. Featherwing beetles, some of the smallest insects known to us, will also make an appearance on our list. And let's not forget the bumblebee bat, one of the smallest mammals on Earth, with a body length of just over an inch. We'll dive into the microscopic realm of microturbularia, tiny flatworms that inhabit freshwater environments. We'll also meet bark lice, minute brown scavenger beetles, springtails, and bumblebee katydids. These micro creatures, despite their size, play significant roles in our ecosystem. Let's start with fairyflies, the tiny parasitic wasps that barely reach 0.2 millimeters in length. These minuscule marvels are found worldwide, dwelling in leaf litter and plant stems. Their role? They help control pest populations by laying their eggs in the eggs of other insects. Despite their size, they are a mighty force in maintaining the balance of nature. Next, we have dwarf ants, measuring around 1.5 millimeters in length. You'll find these tiny troopers in parts of Africa and Asia. Their small size doesn't deter them from their duties. They forage, build complex colonies, and defend their territory with the same vigor as their larger counterparts. Finally, we introduce the fruit flies, around 3 millimeters in length. Although small, they are mighty in the world of science. These flies are commonly used in genetic research, playing a pivotal role in our understanding of genetics and heredity. From wasps to ants to flies, these creatures may be small, but they are mighty in their own ways. Moving on to featherwing beetles, among the smallest known insects. These pipsqueaks of the insect world range in size from a quarter to a full millimeter. They're named after the feather-like wings that allow them to float through the air like dandelion seeds. The world of insects, it seems, is filled with wonders even at its tiniest levels. Switching gears, let's consider the bumblebee bat, also known as Crassionycteris thonglongyi. Despite not being an insect, this tiny mammal deserves a mention. With a body length of just over an inch, it holds the title as one of the world's smallest mammals. It's proof that life's miniatures are not limited to the insect kingdom. Lastly, let's dive underwater to meet the microscopic flatworms known as microturbularia. These tiny dwellers of freshwater environments are among the smallest known animals, some measuring a mere fraction of a millimeter in length. Whether flying, crawling, or swimming, these tiny creatures continue to amaze. As we move to the last set of tiny creatures, let's start with bark lice. These minuscule beings with lengths ranging from 1 to 2 millimeters are often found nestled in leaf litter or hiding under tree bark. Their small size doesn't stop them from being part of the vast biodiversity of our planet. Next, we have the minute brown scavenger beetles. These beetles are indeed minute, with adults measuring only about 0.5 to 1.5 millimeters in length. They are commonly found in decaying plant matter and fungi, playing their part in the cycle of life. Let's not forget about the springtails. These tiny hexapods typically measure less than 6 millimeters in length. They inhabit soil and leaf litter, feeding on organic matter, helping to break down and recycle nutrients in the environment. Finally, we have the bumblebee katydids. These are among the smallest katydid species, with some individuals measuring only around 6 to 7 millimeters in length. From beetles to springtails to katydids, these micro creatures show us that size doesn't limit biodiversity. So there you have it, a glimpse into the world of the smallest creatures. From the barely visible fairyflies to the tiny bumblebee bats, each of these minuscule marvels holds a unique place in our ecosystem. Whether it's the featherwing beetles hidden amongst the foliage, or the microscopic flatworms dwelling in freshwater environments, these tiny beings remind us of the incredible diversity of life on Earth. Remember, no matter how small, every creature plays a vital role in our ecosystem. Keep exploring and you'll find that our world is full of surprises.